Hi there, my name is Kevin Taylor and welcome to my third annual Trophy Comics Awards video where I'll be showcasing 26 comic books that I'm going to arrange in alphabetical order, and I'm planning on doing a video like this every 6 months where I'll be showcasing 26 books. So over a course of a year I'll be showing 52 books a year. And yeah, if you haven't checked out my Trophy Comics Awards videos that I've previously done, like my number 1 video, number 2 and my 2.5 videos, then do check those out in my YouTube channel. And also check out my Instagram channel, which is of course Trophy Comics, where I'm putting together an ultimate comic book guide for single issue award winning comic books. And as a collector, that's what I mostly focus on collecting. And also I like to do my research and find books that I feel deserve an awards. So this is what this video is about. It's basically finding books I feel deserve awards or that have won awards but deserve more wider recognition. So the first book I'd like to show is this one. Here we have American Century, issue number 26, featuring a really cool pulp noir cover. And I awarded this comic book a Trophy Comics Award for awesome painted cover for Glenn Orbick, may he rest in peace. And it's a really cool pulp noir cover, and CGC have recently started grading pulp magazines, but this one is a really neat one, as if I show you a bit closer, you can actually see like a Phantom Lady homage cover in the background there, and there's also a Superman #1 homage as well. And yeah, there's a few homages in the background, really neat. And yeah, really cool book. And this book was released by DC Vertigo and features a story called A Match Made in Heaven. So yeah, really neat book. I awarded this comic book the Trophy Comics Award for awesome painted cover for Glenn Orbick. So yeah, that's the first book I'd like to show. Okay, right, the next book I'd like to show is this one here. And here we have Astro City #1/2, released by Image Comics and Homage Comics. And this is a second printing featuring an all new Alex Ross cover. And the original first printing was actually a Wizard the Comic Magazine mail away, and you had to send off a coupon with a couple of dollars to get it. And it featured original art by Brent Anderson. And the story was really well critically acclaimed. So Image decided to release a second printing featuring an all new Alex Ross cover. And Alex Ross is a phenomenal artist, and I believe someday people will look back and try and pick up the books that he's worked on. And I've got a feeling that these sort of books like the Astro City series is going to become a lot like Planet Comics in the future. And Astro City books are basically, it's a critically acclaimed and award-winning series, and Alex Ross has done over 100 covers for the Astro City series. And Astro City books can be pretty tricky to find in high grade, but can be found for like cover price or less. So yeah, it's a really cool series to look out for in the back issue bins. And I've awarded this comic book a Trophy Comics Award for comic book worthy of a reprint. And this book features a story called The Nearness of You. It's written by Kurt Busiek with art by Brent Anderson and Will Blyberg. And this story was number 6 on Wizard the Comic Magazine's Top 100 Single Issues Since You Were Born list. And it's a list of comic books that spanned from between 1976 and 2006. So yeah, really cool book to look out for in the back issue bins. And as I said, keep a lookout for those other Astro City books in the back issue bins also, as a lot of them can be tricky to find in high grade, but can be found for pretty cheap at the moment. So yeah, really neat series. Okay, right, the next book I'd like to show is this one here. And here we have Batman #1. And this is a facsimile reprint, as I can't afford the original comic book. And this book I awarded a Trophy Comics Award for inspiring comic book cover for Bob Kane, as this issue's cover inspired a collectible Funko Pop comic covers figure. So yeah, really neat book. And if I can't afford the original first printings, then the next best thing for me is facsimiles, so at least I can enjoy the art and the story. So yeah, really neat. And the original, the story for Batman #1 won a Retro Hugo Award in 2016. So yeah, really, really nice. So yeah, really, really cool comic book. So yeah, very, very nice indeed. And inspiring comic book covers are basically comic books that have inspired collectible statues or like figurines. So yeah, really, really cool. Okay, right, the next book I'd like to show is another Batman book. And here we have Batman, The Widening Gaia, issue number 3, featuring a really cool Bill Sienkiewicz cover. And I awarded this comic book a Trophy Comics Award for Awesome Movie Homage cover for Bill Sienkiewicz for his Graduate movie homage. And The Graduate is a multiple award winning film, including a National Film Registry Award winner in 1996, and stars Dustin Hoffman and Anne Bancroft. So yeah, really, really neat cover. And this book has a story called Things Fall Apart. So yeah, really, really cool Bill Sienkiewicz cover and a Graduate movie homage cover. So yeah, really, really cool book. And a really under the radar book that you can find for cover price. Okay, and a lot of the books that I've been able to be showcasing in my Trophy Comics Awards videos are books that you can find for really cheap and for around cover price. And yeah, really, really cool. So the next book I'd like to show is another Batman book. And this one is Batman issue number 131. And basically this book here won a Trophy Comics Award for best-selling comic book of 2023. And this is a really, really neat one, as this one also features the first appearance of Red Mask and Jewel. And yeah, this is the reason why I kind of do my Trophy Comics Award videos, because there are certain books I feel deserve awards that don't get them. Though sometimes best-selling comic books do get awards. This one didn't. And I felt this one deserved a Trophy Comics Award because it outsold all the other comic books of last year. So yeah, Trophy Comics Award winner for best-selling comic book of 2023. So yeah, really, really neat. And it's another book you can find for around cover price. Okay, really cool. Okay, the next book I'd like to show is this one. And here we have Daredevil, The Man Without Fear, issue number 505. And I awarded this a Trophy Comics Award for comic book deserving of wider recognition. As I was doing some research into a Japanese lucky cat called Maneki Neko, who's also known as the Beckoning Cat, and I was looking into like comic book appearances in the United States, but I didn't actually manage to find any information. But I did find this book here that features the first appearance of the Maneki Neko Casino. And this book also features the first appearance of Takashi, Makoto, Izanagi, Bakuto, Shiro, who's Bakito's henchman, and also features an appearance from Jikoku-chu Castle. So yeah, I thought this was a really, really neat book. And Maneki Neko is a Japanese good luck figure that is thought to bring good luck to its owner, and is often found in the entrance of shops. So yeah, really, really neat. So I thought this was a really, really cool comic book that I awarded a Trophy Comics Award to. So yeah, very, very nice indeed. Okay, right. And that was a Trophy Comics Award winner for comic book deserving of wider recognition. Okay, right, the next book I'd like to show is this one here. And here we have Deadpool, Volume 7, issue number 13. Featuring a Marvel's mini-series 25th anniversary cover. And I awarded this a Trophy Comics Award winner for awesome cover for Adi Granov. And the Marvels is a multiple award-winning mini-series that featured fully painted artwork and covers by Alex Ross. And yeah, it's a really, really neat series. And I awarded this a Trophy Comics Award for oddball comic book, as I thought this one was kind of odd, because basically just by looking at the cover you wouldn't know that this is a Deadpool comic book, and also the fact that Scotty Young actually wrote the story for this issue and didn't illustrate it, which I thought was kind of odd also, because Scotty Young can write and illustrate, but it's not often I feel that he actually just writes a book. So I thought this one was kind of odd. This one also awarded a Trophy Comics Award for Unlucky for Some number 13 comic book. And there's a Virgin cover available for this issue, which looks like this one. And as I said, you can't really tell just by looking at the cover that this is actually a Deadpool comic book. And this book also features the first appearance of the Trollbusters, Nancy Nuke, Captain Outback, and Tasmanian Gene. And yeah, it's a really, really cool issue. So yeah, really, really cool. And these books can be tricky to find in high grade because Marvel's paper quality is quite flimsy. And these issues, like the covers, are really prone to colour rub. So yeah, really, really cool books. And I believe this Virgin cover was only limited to about 1,000 copies. So keep your eye out for these in the back issue bins. And if they're high grade, get them graded. So yeah, really, really neat. Okay, right, the next book I'd like to show. That's all right. I did say, just in case I didn't, I did say it was a Trophy Comics Award winner for awesome cover for Eddie Granov. Okay, right, no problem. And also, it was a Trophy Comics Award winner for Oddball comic book and a Trophy Comics Award winner for Unlucky for Some number 13 comic book. So yeah, really, really cool. Okay, right, the next book I'd like to show is this one. And here we have the New 52 Future's End. And this book originally featured on a CBR, which is Comic Book Revolution's Best Free Comic Book Day Original Story list. And I awarded this book a Trophy Comics Award for More Value for Money comic book. And More Value for Money comic books are basically free comic book day issues that have either won awards or have award-winning ties. So yeah, this is a really, really neat one. And the thing about free comic book day issues that is really cool is they tend to have a large white box on the cover, which is ideal for artists or writers to sign, or artists and writers to sign. So it's really, really cool. So keep a lookout for those free comic book day issues, as I feel a lot of them are really overlooked. And there's a collector's market for free comic book day books as well. So, and there are some that can really fetch a premium also, and there's some limited edition stuff. So yeah, don't ignore free comic book day issues. So yeah, really, really neat. So yeah, really cool. Okay, the next book I'd like to show is this one here. And here we have The Goon, issue number 6 from Dark Horse Comics, featuring story and art by Eric Powell. And this one features a story called Il Gato Hombre. And I awarded this book a Trophy Comics Award for comic book series deserving of wider recognition. And it's a series written and illustrated by Eric Powell. And this series here was actually Eisner Award nominated for Best Single Issue in 2005. And this issue lost to 8 Ball number 23, which features a story called The Death Ray. However, The Goon won an Eisner Award in 2005, like the same year. So this was singled out for being the best issue in the series. And The Goon won an Eisner Award in 2005 for Best Continuing Series and Best Humour Publication. So 2 Eisner Awards in 2005. So yeah, really, really neat book. And I thought I'd just showcase this one, as this one was the pick of the bunch for the books, the Goon books that were released in 2004, 2005. So yeah, really, really neat book. So yeah, Trophy Comics Award winner for comic book deserving of wider recognition. So yeah, really, really cool. Okay, right, the next book I'd like to show is this one here. And here we have Guardians of the Galaxy, free comic book day. And this book here originally won a Diamond Gem Award for Best Free Comic Book Day in 2014. And this book was released around the time of the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie. And this book won a Trophy Comics Award for More Value for Money comic book. So yeah, really, really neat. Okay, and the Guardians of the Galaxy films have a really cool large fan base. So yeah, really, really neat. Okay, right, the next book I'd like to show is this one. And here we have Harley Quinn, Future State, issue number 1. And this book here, I awarded a Trophy Comics Award for inspiring comic book cover for Derek Chew, as this issue inspired a collectible statue. And it's a really underrated cover, this one. So yeah, really, really cool. So yeah, inspiring comic book cover for Derek Chew. So yeah, really, really neat. Okay, well, the next one I'd like to show is this one here. And here we have the Immortal Hulk, issue number 42, featuring a really cool Alex Ross cover. And I awarded this book a Trophy Comics Award for awesome homage cover for Alex Ross. As this cover homages a triptych painting by Hieronymus Bosch called The Garden of Earthly Delights. And yeah, it's a really, really neat homage cover. And this issue was also Screen Rant's best comic book cover of the year in 2021. So yeah, it's another really, really cool Alex Ross cover. And it's really neat. I'm going to show it a bit closer here. So basically you got demons in hell, like enslaving people and whipping them. And like, yeah, it's really, really neat. So yeah, you got Hulk on there and the leader. So yeah, really, really fab cover. And it's a book I'd love to have graded someday. So yeah, really, really neat book to keep a lookout for. And that's the Immortal Hulk, number 42. And I awarded that a Trophy Comics Award winner for awesome homage cover for Alex Ross. Okay, well, the next book I'd like to show is this one here. And here we have Jonah and the Impossible Monsters. And this series here originally won a Ringo Award in 2022. And it's a Mike Wieringo Spirit Award. And I awarded this comic book a Trophy Comics Award for a promotional comic book and a Trophy Comics Award for more value for money comic book. So yeah, it's a really, really neat series to keep a lookout for. And this is a really, really cool promotional issue. So yeah, really, really cool. And there's also, keep a lookout for a Jem Bartel variant cover of issue number 1. So yeah, really, really neat. Which I believe is like an under the radar book. So yeah, really, really cool. Right, let's get this one out. Okay, so that's that one. Okay, what the next book I'd like to show is this one here. And here we have The Monkey Prince, issue number 5, which is part of a limited series. And this one features a story called Big Stick Energy, part 1 of 4. And he's a Trophy Comics Award winner for awesome movie homage cover for Bernard Chang. And this is a Jaws movie homage cover. And the story is written by Ji Yuen Yang, who also worked on the Superman Smashes the Klan, which is another award-winning series. And he was inspired by the classic 16th century Chinese novel Journey to the West, featuring the Monkey King. And when it comes to summer blockbusters, they don't come much bigger or more classic than Steven Spielberg's iconic Jaws film, which has won like numerous awards, including a People's Choice Award for favourite film in 1976. The film came out in 1975, but awards tend to be given like the year after kind of thing. So yeah, People's Choice Award winner for favourite film in 1976, and yeah, really, really cool Jaws movie homage cover, and a Trophy Comics Award winner for awesome movie homage cover for Bernard Chang. So yeah, really, really cool. Okay, right, the next book I'd like to show is this one here. And here we have My Little Pony, free comic book day issue. And this issue reprints My Little Pony regular series from IDW, issue number 89, which was actually the first episode of season 11. And My Little Pony has a huge following. And not a lot of people realise that when the TV show ended in season 10, IDW actually carried on the TV show into series 11. So, and if you try and look in the back issues for the retailer incentives, they're really hard to find, and they're kind of like ghost issues. And so for My Little Pony in the future collectors, I think these books are going to be really sought after, especially the later issues between 89 and 104. But this is a really, really cool promotional issue. Now awarded a Trophy Comics Award too for a promotional issue, of course, and also awarded this comic book the Trophy Comics Award winner for more value for money comic book. So yeah, really, really neat book. And again, it's a perfect book to get signed or sketched because of the big white box at the bottom of the cover there. So yeah, very, very nice indeed. Okay, well, the next book I'd like to show is this one. And here we have Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, issue number 3. And this one features a really cool Arthur Suydam cover that awarded a Trophy Comics Award winner for awesome cover. And yeah, it's a really, really neat one, this one. And there's also a Virgin cover available for this issue also. And the reason why I give this an award is because you don't really see many covers like this, like in the modern age, really. Where, not since like the golden age and stuff, really, but like where people are getting impaled or tortured or things like that, before like the pre-code horror stuff. And yeah, I just thought this was a really, really neat one. And yeah, I awarded this a Trophy Comics Award winner for awesome cover for Arthur Suydam. And yeah, it's a Dynamite Entertainment comic book. And this is Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, Fatal Exams, issue number 3. So yeah, really, really neat. As I say, keep a look out for the Virgin cover also. Okay, right, the next book I'd like to show is this one here. And here we have Shiver, free comic book day issue. Really, really neat, by Junji Ito. And Junji Ito is a multiple award winning Japanese horror master. And he's a multiple award winning. He's won loads of awards. And basically, I awarded this a Trophy Comics Award winner for a promotional comic book, and a Trophy Comics Award winner for more value for money comic book. And this issue here actually features a complete manga story that you read from back to front. And it's like really, really neat. So yeah, this is a Halloween Comic Fest free issue. So yeah, really, really cool one to keep a look out for. And manga is very popular at the moment, especially in the United States, and it's like gaining popularity throughout the world actually. So any like promotional manga issues, I believe, are worth picking up. So yeah, this is a really, really neat one. And this one actually has a character that was actually made into a Funko Pop as well, like there. So really neat, like Hideo. So yeah, really, really neat from the Junji Ito collection. So yeah, this is the character that actually features in this story. So yeah, really, really neat. So yeah, so really, really cool book to keep a look out for in those back issue bins. So yeah, very, very nice. Okay, well, the next book I'd like to show is another free comic book day book. And here we have Spawn, issue number 1, featuring a reprint of the original Spawn number 1 by Todd McFarlane. But this one features an all-new cover by Francesco Mattina. And yeah, really, really neat. This book won a Diamond Gem Award for Best Free Comic Book Day book in 2019. So yeah, really, really neat book. So I awarded this book a Trophy Comics Award for more value for money comic book. So yeah, you don't get many award-winning Spawn comic books, but this is one of them. So yeah, really, really cool. And it's another book, as I said, that's really cool to get signed or sketched. So yeah, really, really cool. Okay, right, the next book I'd like to show is this one here. And here we have Ultimate Spider-Man, free comic book day. And this book is a really, really neat one, as this one was one of the best-selling comic books of all time, and which included like part of the first printing also. But this book was originally part of the first ever free comic book day issues released, and they only released eight books the first year they started doing free comic book days. And this book came out around the time of Sam Raimi's first Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire. And I awarded this comic book a Trophy Comics Award for best-selling comic book, and also a Trophy Comics Award for comic book deserving of wider recognition. I also awarded this book a Trophy Comics Award winner for comic book worthy of a reprint, and also awarded this book a Trophy Comics Award for more value for money comic book. So yeah, it's one of the best-selling comic books of all time, and it sold 631,990 copies. So yeah, really, really neat series. And yeah, really cool. And this is the first Ultimate Spider-Man series. So yeah, really cool book to look out for. And do some research and look into the other 7 books, as this is pretty much like a historical issue, as it is pretty much the first ever Free Comic Book Day issue released. So yeah, really cool indeed. So yeah. Okay, right, the next book I'd like to show is this one. And this one's a really neat one. And here we have The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, issue number 7. And this one features a choose your own adventure story called Be the Unbeatable Squirrel Girl. And I awarded this comic book a Trophy Comics Award for comic book worthy of a reprint. And this issue here was actually reprinted as a Halloween Comic Fest Free Comic Book Day issue. And yeah, it's really neat. And I also awarded this comic book a Trophy Comics Award winner for more value for money comic book. And the Squirrel Girl series is actually an Eisner Award winning series. So yeah, really cool. So this is a really cool one to keep a lookout for. And also keep a lookout for the ratio variants for Squirrel Girl also. And this issue. So yeah, which has a self-contained story. So really cool. Okay, right, the next book I'd like to show is this one. And here we have The Rise of Ultraman, issue number 1, featuring a really cool Alex Ross cover. And the really cool thing about this cover is they actually used this box art on the Birth of Ultraman Blu-ray case. So I awarded this a Trophy Comics Award winner for inspiring comic book cover for Alex Ross. So yeah, really neat. And yeah, really cool Alex Ross cover to look out for. So yeah, very nice indeed. Okay. And I believe the Birth of Ultraman movie actually won some awards. Okay. Well, the next book I'd like to show is this one. And this is a really under the radar comic book. And here we have Uncle Scrooge number 323. And this is an interesting one, as this one here actually features a story that wasn't published by Don Rosa, and it was the only story that got rejected by Egmont. And it was later, the story was later published in a Picsou magazine, which is a French magazine in a French language, and then later released in this issue here, like number 323. And it's a really neat one. And this one actually features a story called The Coin. And it's basically, the story is about Uncle Scrooge gives his number 1 dime to his nephews, and that to spend, he gives them the wrong dime, so he has to get it back. And it's a story of how he tries to get they're trying to get the coin back before he loses it. And yeah, originally Egmont turned down the story because they said it didn't have no central character. So yeah, I thought it was a really neat one, and this is the first time that story was actually published later on by Gladstone or Gemstone. So yeah, it's the first time it's published in the United States. So yeah, it's really neat. But I say Egmont, they refused to publish the book because basically there was no central character. So yeah, but yeah, these were really neat books to keep a look out for, and a really under the radar Don Rosa Uncle Scrooge book. So yeah, really cool. Okay, right, the next book I'd like to show is this one here. And here we have Usagi Yojimbo, Lone Goat and Kid, issue number 2. And this one features a story called A Kite Story. And it's reprinted in full colour by Rhonda Patterson, and features a David Peterson cover of Mouse Guard fame. And this one's a really neat one. And I awarded this book a Trophy Comics Award winner for comic book worthy of a reprint, as this was one of the old Usagi black and white stories that was published that Stan Sakai felt deserved to be redone. And yeah, I recommend the whole IDW series of Usagi Yojimbo, and there's lots of single self-titled stories and really cool coloured reprints. So yeah, this is a really neat one, and this is Trophy Comics Award winner for comic book worthy of a reprint. So yeah, really, really cool. Okay, well, the next book I have to show is this one here. And this one's got a really, really cool cover. And this is Vampirella Strikes, issue number 13, featuring a really cool cover by Lucio Perillo. And basically, I awarded this book the Trophy Comics Award for Unlucky for Some number 13 cover, because basically this is the last issue of the series, and I tend to award books that lasted for 13 issues, like the very last issue awards. But this is a really, really cool one also, because there is actually a Virgin variant available for this issue that was only limited to 500 copies. So it's a really cool book to keep a lookout for, and it's on my radar, and it's a book I'd like to get graded someday, as you actually get to see the full snake. And this one was a really fantastic cover, but unfortunately the trade dress kind of ruins it somewhat, because it covers up a lot of the art at the top of the cover there. So that's why I felt this book deserved an Unlucky for Some number 13 award. And yeah, really, really neat cover. Well, beautiful cover, really. And yeah, really, really neat one. So to keep a lookout for. But I say do keep a lookout for the Virgin variant of this, because it's absolutely amazing. And it's a really lovely artwork by Lucio Perillo. So yeah, really, really neat book. Okay. Right. Okay, right, the next book I'd like to show is this one here. And here we have The Walking Dead free comic book day issue, featuring an original story. That was number 13 on CBR's, that's Comic Book Revolution's best free comic book day original story list. And this book also won a Diamond Gem Award for best free comic book day book in 2013. And I awarded this comic book a Trophy Comics Award for more value for money comic book. So yeah, really, really neat book. And yeah, keep a lookout for. So with an original Walking Dead story, so featuring the Governor and Michonne. So yeah, really, really cool. Okay, right, the next book I'd like to show, and I believe this is the last book I have to show in this Trophy Comics Award video, is this one here. And here we have The Wicked and the Divine, issue number 13. And this book originally won an IGN People's Choice Award for Best Single Issue in 2015. And I've awarded this comic book a Trophy Comics Award for Unlucky for Some number 13 comic book. And this issue features in The Wicked and the Divine Volume 3 Commercial Suicide trade paperback. So yeah, this is a really, really neat book that I felt deserved some more recognition. So yeah, I've given this book a Trophy Comics Award for comic book deserving of wider recognition. So that's my third annual Trophy Comics Awards video then, everyone. Okay, so far I've showcased 78 comic books. So in a few months' time, or 6 months' time, I'm going to be showcasing another 26 books. And as I said, if you haven't seen my previous Trophy Comics Award videos, then do check them out. And check out my Instagram channel with Trophy Comics and all the hashtags for all the different links to award-winning comic books. So you've got like Superman Award winners and Batman Award winners and Spider-Man and DC, Marvel, Dark Horse, Independence. And there's a whole range of hashtags there to check out for everyone. Okay, well, thanks for watching, everyone. And take care and be safe, everyone. Right, thank you for watching. Okay, thank you. Okay, bye.